Cheers. Alright, vinyl community, it's time to get on your nerves again. Yeah, it's Sunday evening, I'm a little bit bored. I wanted a beer. Yes, and I'm gonna show you more obscure stuff. You asked for it. Mark G wanted to see a little beer rant. Today I've got a 5.0 original. I had no beer at home. I normally don't drink that stuff too often, so I had to go to the gas station and get me some beer. And this is probably the cheapest beer we've got in Germany, and it's yes. On the can it says we don't need to advertise something. We put everything in the quality of the beer, but obviously they don't. Yeah, it's okay. You can drink it, but it's not the best beer around. Okay, more obscure stuff. In the background, oh, this is a great song. Airwolf from Germany and the album Victory Bells. This, what you heard right now, is the title track of the album, 1988. Yes, out on Powerline Records. Like I said, a German band, and already in still in 1988, they looked like a German metal band. Yeah, I think it's great. It's a little bit speedy, heavy metal, dirty vocals. No inner sleeve on that one. This is probably the most expensive album I've shown in this series. And yes, I'm gonna receive my record. Next up, another German band. This one came out in 1981. I've known this album for years and years, and I always thought it sucked, but I never had a physical copy. So last Friday I was in a traffic jam on the highway, the next bigger town here, Erlangen, and I was standing on the Autobahn, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna visit a record shop. I haven't been to a record shop in 4 years, in over 4 years, because the prices not for me in the record shops. So I went there and I was surprised to find some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, nothing here but this one. So like I said, 1981, I've known this record. I thought it sucked, but I found it for 10 euros. This is Rampage and Victims of Rock. I just had to get it for the cover. I put it on Friday night, and it still is not a good record. This one came out on Hafenklang Records, a German label. And what I didn't know, I read the liner notes. This was Roland Grabhoff's band before he joined Halloween, and before he obviously founded Masterplan. So Roland Grabhoff on here. There you go. Can you see him? Short hair. This is nowhere near Halloween or anything. There's a couple of alright songs on here, but most of the album sucks. I like to have it in the collection, even though it's not really good. You know, I'm a sucker for German, yeah, German metal. This is the label Hafenklang Records. From what I know, they even licensed some of the Dead Kennedys EPs. Next up, oh, I didn't think about that. This is another German band from I think this was 1985. This is a decent metal album. I had to get it for the cover, of course. This is taken by storm, by Stormwind. What's that? What is she doing? I don't know. German band. When I turn it around, you will see that it's a German band by the band photo alone. He looks pretty okay. This one came out on the very, very collectible Wishbone Records. That also released the first Avenger stuff. Avenger became Rage, you know that by now. This is a cool record. I like it. It's got an inner sleeve, and the inner sleeve is even polylined. Back in 1985, imagine that. So the record looks, of course, near mint. They had an EP before that. I have to get it. I probably will order it after I shot the video. And they had a best of with a couple new songs in 2014 even. So there you go, Stormwind on the Wishbone label. Polylined inner sleeve since 1985. Of course I put it in another polylined sleeve. I almost forgot to re-sleeve the record. We're only 8 minutes in, so yeah, there's time for it. Another German one. Okay, I've got 2 records by them. I don't want to talk about that one. The band is Underdog, and a couple of people have shown their Rabies in Town album. The cover artwork rules, the band photo rules, but I haven't seen anybody talk about their debut album. By the way, this is a cheap one out on the Mausoleum record label, but they had an album before that in 1982, 81? 82. This is their self-titled debut album with a band photo on the cover. Of course, there is the very, very dangerous Underdog. Yeah. I think the bass guitar looks more dangerous than the dog. No. So Underdog, what do they sound like? A little bit. I haven't realized that before. the Underdog. And not vocals, but barks. So they always had 6 band members. Yes. What do they sound like? This is a little bit like a heavier version of Scorpions with a pretty good singer, a pretty good German accent on there. Side 1 rules, yeah. Lightning Fever, Night Shock, Shut Up You Dudes, No Way to Lose, and Burning Eyes. I think it's a great record. I have to get used to it. If you're not into the obscure shit, that's probably not for you. And it's out on Risiko Records, so Risiko means risk. I have to look at some other bands from Risiko. There you go. First, Underdog. Haven't heard anybody talk about that one. Why not? I don't know. Maybe the Mausoleum record, the second one, Rabies in Town, is available. Is more readily available than this one, but the debut album, I think it's a tiny bit better because it's a little bit more raw than the second one. The last one is not from Germany. This one is from Poland. I think Aaron, the metal theologian, has shown that one. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure he has shown that. This is Wilsky Pajak, or Wilsky. This is some kind of thrash metal from Poland. They later changed the name. They kept the meaning of the name, but they changed it to Wolf Spider. So this one came out in May '87. Everything is in Polish, and this is a pretty cool Eastern European thrash metal album. I love it. If you like Cat or Turbo, they're not called Cat, they are called Cut. Cut or Turbo or Acid Drinker, something like that. You need to check out that one. I haven't heard the Wolf Spider record, but I think they released a couple of records. Like I said, this one is from '87, and this one almost, the cover is so flimsy. If I take it like that, you see what happens. This is so thin, no inner sleeve, by the way. This is almost like just a paper sleeve, but the record itself almost feels like a 180 gram record, and it sounds awesome. It's on the Razem label, and it looks like that. Okay, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit while I receive the record. Nice kindergarten harmonies. Airwolf, the cover artwork alone is worth getting it. Like I said, one of the little bit more expensive ones, but for 30 euros, 40 euros, it's readily available, at least here in Germany. So that's it. I think I'm gonna have another beer after that, and I'm gonna order the Stormwind EP that came out before that. because I love that album so much. So, until next time. Yes. Good night.